Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Delicious things to eat.
The popcorn can't be beat. The sparkling drinks are just dandy. The chocolate bars and the candy. So let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Hey, it's Duke.
And this is Corey.
And you're tuned in to Drive-In Review, Episode 3, Season 2.
Yeah.
And what we got on the agenda for today, sir?
Well, let's just see. Let's have Adam Sandler say it for us.
Oh, back to school, to prove to Dad that I'm not a fool. I got my lunch packed up, my boots tied tight. I hope I don't get in a fight. Oh, back to school, back to school.
Oh, so we're doing Adam Sandler movies.
No.
Oh.
No, we're doing back to school.
Oh, okay.
So I almost said back to school episodes.
Back to school. All right, you going first?
Yeah, I can go first.
What you got, Sea-Dog?
I'm going to start off with Clueless.
Searching for a boy in high school is as useless as searching for meaning in a Pauly Shore movie.
Okay.
I had to do that one because...
Takes us back to the first episode.
Exactly. All right, Clueless is about a woman named, or not woman, I would say girl, named Cher. And she's a popular Beverly Hills high school student who sees herself as a bit of a matchmaker, I guess you could say. Mm-hmm. And meanwhile, she's falling in love with her ex-stepbrother.
Paul Rudd.
Yeah. Starring in the movie is Alicia Silverstone, Paul Rudd, Brittany Murphy, and a whole bunch of others.
Yeah.
The movie was released in July 19th, 1995. It was directed by Amy Heckerling.
Yeah.
And distributed and produced by Paramount Pictures.
Okay.
So, Amy Heckerling, she's done quite a bit.
Yeah.
So, don't have to list them down. A lot of 90s.
Yeah.
The budget was $12 million. You think it flopped?
No.
No.
It was a popular movie.
It was. It was very popular. It made $56 million.
Okay.
So, IMDb gave it 6.9 out of 10. Rotten Tomatoes gave it 81% with a 76% approval rating.
Jeez.
And Letterboxd gave it 3.7 out of 5.
Wow.
So, yeah. I gave it 6 out of 10.
Yeah, I'd give it a 6 out of 10.
Yeah.
I think those ratings are nostalgia factor.
I think so. But
it's not a bad movie.
It's not. It really isn't.
I mean, it's not something that I watched over and over again in high school.
No, you didn't?
No.
Aw.
No, that was...
I didn't either.
That was reserved for, like, Dazed and Confused and Friday.
Right. Some fun facts I have for the movie. Alicia Silverstone actually did not know how to correctly pronounce Haitians.
Okay.
And in the classroom scene, director Amy Heckerling told the crew not to correct her because she liked it so much and wanted it to be in the film.
Okay.
Don't tell her she's dumb. It's okay. At one point, Ty, which is played by Brittany Murphy,
Yep.
She insults Cher by calling her a virgin who can't drive.
Yeah.
When in fact, Murphy herself confessed later on that she was a virgin during filming and could not drive.
Okay.
So, kind of a double standard right there. While filming, Paul Rudd was mugged and had his backpack stolen, which held his script for the movie.
Shit.
So, yeah, that's it.
I wonder if somebody still has that.
Right? I got Paul Rook's backpack. I got Paul Rudd's backpack. So that's Clueless.
That was very stimulating.
Yeah. Short and sweet.
Yeah.
What you
That's
got?
what she said. I got Back to School.
I'm not a fighter. I'm a lover.
Good old Rodney Dangerfield.
Yep. Back to School was released June 13th, 1986. And it is to help his discouraged son get through college. A fun-loving and obnoxious rich businessman decides to enter the school as a student himself.
Wow. That was well said there.
Thanks.
Very dramatic.
Yeah. The movie was released by Orion Pictures, and it was directed by Alan Metter. You know that name at all?
No.
Me neither. I didn't know it until I read it. Just now. No.
So who is he? Besides the director.
It's none of your business.
Okay.
No, he directed Girls Just Want to Have Fun with Sarah Jessica Parker, Moving with Richard Pryor, and Police Academy 6, Mission to Moscow.
Wow. How would we not know that?
Right?
Like,
Quit playing with your dinghy.
Come on now. The movie was written by many people, actually. Rodney Dangerfield did some work on the original story, and Harold Ramis helped with the screenplay.
nice.
The movie was made on a budget of $11 million. Do you think it flopped?
No.
Nope. It made $91.2 million.
Wow.
IMDb gave this film a 6.6 out of 10. Letterboxd gave it a 3.2 out of 5. And Rotten Tomatoes gave it an 86% with a 68% approval rating.
Yeah, I agree with that. I give it 8 out of 10.
I give it 7.
7.
Yeah. The movie was filmed in Madison, Wisconsin, and Los Angeles. Excuse me. And it stars Rodney Dangerfield, Keith Gordon, who we know from Christine,
Mm-hmm.
Sally Kellerman, who I know personally. I don't personally know her, but I know her as an actress from Moving Violations. She was the
Okay.
judge. Burt Young, who played Paulie in the Rocky movies.
Right.
Emmett Walsh, who was in Deliverance
Jeez.
and The Jerk.
Yeah. I'll make you squeal like a pig.
Yeah. No, Ned Beatty was also in this film, who was, Adrienne Barbeau, who was in The Fog and other horror films. Robert Downey Jr., who is in, never mind. William Zabka was in this film, which I completely forgot about.
Right.
Oh, yeah, William Zabka from Karate Kid. Robert Picardo, Edie McClurg, and Sam Kinison. Lots of good people in this film.
Oh, yeah. RDJ, you know, his hair, man, he looks like a parrot.
Yeah.
It really does.
Right. Okay, so Harold Ramis's idea to make Dangerfield's character rich instead of poor.
Okay.
That didn't make sense, but it was
Right.
his idea to make the character rich instead of poor during his writing of the screenplay. Dangerfield had a hard time keeping a straight face during his scene with Sam Kinison. So they shot a lot. There was a scene where he was laughing when Kinison was yelling at him, and they did a faraway shot. And the director decided to keep that in because it was so difficult for him to keep a straight face.
Right.
This movie was the 6th highest grossing film of 1986. It was the second highest grossing comedy of that year after, can you guess? the first highest grossing comedy of 1986 was.
1986?
Yeah.
I can't ring a bell.
Crocodile Dundee.
Okay. I just watched that recently, too.
It's one of my favorites.
All three of them.
Yeah, I love that movie. For those of you that know this movie, you will know that Oingo Boingo was featured in the film doing Dead Man's Party at the party. And there was also another party that Robert Downey Jr.'s character was throwing, and there was a song playing, and that was actually it was actually a Michael Bolton song back when he was doing metal.
Okay.
Did you know that Michael Bolton did metal?
I did not know he was doing metal. Wow.
Yeah, he did metal before he became Michael Bolton.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So Diane's house in the film is the same house that was used for the Doyle house that Jamie Lee Curtis babysat in Halloween, the original Halloween.
Okay.
That was fun. Just found that out. Let's see. Last thing I have is that Bob Saget was originally considered for Sam Kinnison's role.
Wow.
Yeah, because apparently he was friends with the director, but did not work out, and Sam Kinison got the role. Thankfully.
Yeah.
I mean, I love Bob Saget, but I don't think he could have dud. He could dudded. Not as well as Kinison.
Right.
And that's all I have for Back to School, a classic.
All right. Well, my next movie
What you got, Sea-Dog?
is Dangerous Minds.
As I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I take a look at my life and realize there's nothing left.
Who are those kids? Rejects from hell?
No. The kids with high IQs and low grades.
But I gotta low.
All you gotta do is get their attention.
Once a Marine, always a Marine. Most of my students don't even know what a verb is. If you want to pass, all you have to do is try. Haven't seen you guys in a week. Thought maybe you got lost on your way to class. Wanted to help you find your way back.
You gotta be crazy to stay here and teach these program classes.
Why do you stay?
Why do I smoke? I'm crazy.
These kids are so fragile.
You got to rage against the dying of the light.
You promised!
Yeah, but we had to. We couldn't walk around with our heads up no more. You a Marine, you understand?
You come and live in my neighborhood for 1 week, and then you tell me if you got a choice.
There are a lot of people who live in your neighborhood who choose not to get on that bus. That is a choice. There are no victims in this classroom.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do you have all of our movies from high school, or you're reviewing all the movies from our high school, right? Or from our high school years?
Right.
Okay.
Pretty much. So,
yeah, I remember when that Coolio song, everybody was playing that damn song.
Oh, yeah.
I could hear it. People riding around the town, blaring their fucking radios, and that was the song that they were playing all the time.
All the time. It's got beat.
Yeah.
I think to this day, if you started playing it, people, even younger people, would be like,
yeah.
All right.
I like Weird Al.
Right.
No,
So.
Just kidding. Rip Coolio.
Yeah. Yeah, he died, last year?
It was just a few months ago.
Was it?
Yeah.
Seems like last year. This year's going by quick.
Yeah.
So, Dangerous Minds, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you. Good night.
It is about an ex-Marine turned teacher who struggles to connect with her students in an inner-city school. It stars Michelle Pfeiffer, George Zunza. Yes, that's how you pronounce his name.
Okay.
And Courtney B. Vance. It was released August 11th, 1995, and it was directed by John N. Smith. And
what did he do?
I don't know. So yeah, I got nothing on him. So it was distributed and produced by Hollywood Pictures, Motion Pictures, and Walt Disney.
Okay.
It had a budget of $23 million, and
Good Lord, that's a lot of money.
It made a lot of money. It did
I'm
not
sure
flop.
It did. No, it was a huge film.
It grossed $179 million.
Jeez.
So
yeah,
IMDb gave it 6.5 out of 10. Rotten Tomatoes gave it 33% with a 64% audience approval.
Okay.
So, and then Letterboxd gave it 3.1 out of 5.
Yeah, pretty average.
I gave it 7 out of 10.
6.
Yeah. It was a good. It was a good movie, but
it's been a while since I've seen it. But
I think it lacked a little bit.
Yeah.
And didn't. Another movie we were talking about, The Substitute.
Mm-hmm.
Did it come out before or after? Dangerous. After.
Yeah.
Okay.
Came out in '96.
Okay, because that's what it reminded me of, and everything. And I was like, yeah, I like The Substitute a lot better.
Yeah, I mean, there was a lot of those. I mean, we could have added a whole bunch of different
Oh,
movies
yeah.
in here, like Stand and Deliver and Freedom Riders and stuff like that.
Right. I was trying to figure out ones that were not so known.
Yeah.
But throw in a couple popular ones here and there.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyways, some fun facts. I only got a couple. Short and sweet. Michelle Pfeiffer was pregnant during the production of the film. And in some of the scenes, you can see her like wearing heavy sweaters and carrying, large items and stuff like that just to hide it and everything. But yeah.
It was Coolio's kid, wasn't it?
I hope not.
You hope. I hope.
Not. Coolio Pfeiffer.
Yeah.
And then the originally titled.
Yeah.
Was
You can do it. You can.
My Posse Don't Do Homework.
Oh, I would have kept that title.
Yeah, it was the name of the book from which the true story was taken.
Okay.
But yeah, I like Dangerous Minds better.
Right.
Would you go see that new movie, My Posse Don't Do Homework? It's awesome.
Yes, that's a sequel to High School High.
Right. And yeah, that's all I got for Dangerous Minds.
Yeah, I don't have a lot of fun facts on mine either. They're kind of few and far between.
Yeah, it's a little obscured a little bit.
Excuse me, jeez.
That was a big word too. Hey, I'm learning big words now. This season 2. Look out.
All right, I got a movie.
You got a movie?
Yeah, it's called Toy Soldiers.
Ah.
Anyone who leaves this building will be shot. We will take a head count now and again in the morning. If one person is missing, 5 of you will be executed. If 2 are missing, 10 will be shot, and so on. Tomorrow we will begin a head count every hour on the hour. If all goes well, you will be allowed out into the quad. But every hour on the hour, you must be in this room to be counted. Is that understood? Second, you have seen these orange wires running throughout this building and outside. These are wired to explosives. If any one of these wires is cut, the explosives will go off automatically. If any of the individual explosives are tampered with, they will explode!
Good God!
So, don't touch the wires.
Okay.
Don't touch the explosives.
Okay. Thank you, Nega Montoya.
Right. My gosh.
Okay.
We should do a tally on how many times he said every hour on the hour.
I used to watch this when I was a preteen quite a bit, and it stuck with me. I enjoyed this film quite a bit. It was released April 26, 1991. And it includes a group of troublemaking boys who decide to take a stand when terrorists seize control of their boarding school. It was released by TriStar Pictures, and it was directed by Daniel Petrie Jr., who we've talked about actually in our first episode.
Yeah.
You recognize that name, Daniel Petrie Jr.? Yeah, he directed In the Army Now. But he was also the writer for Turner and Hooch and Beverly Hills Cop.
Nice. Yeah, all three of them, didn't he? I think he did all three.
Well, the other two were based on the characters from the original.
Oh, okay.
So, the movie was written by Daniel Petrie Jr., William P. Kennedy, and David Koepp. You recognize that name, David Koepp? Koepp.
Yeah, we've talked about him before too, I think.
We probably have. He is known for writing Death Becomes Her.
Okay, yeah.
Jurassic Park. Mission Impossible. Snake Eyes with Nick Cage.
Right.
Stir of Echoes with Kevin Bacon. Spider-Man. The Tobey Maguire Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
Zathura. And also, he's written the last two Indiana Jones films.
Nice.
Yeah. Kingdom of Crystal Skull and Dial of Destiny. So, yeah. David
Koepp.
This movie was made on a budget of $10 million. Do you think it flopped?
No.
It made $15 million.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it made its money back.
Yeah. IMDb gave it 6.6 out of 10. Letterboxd gave it a 3.3 out of 5. And Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 41% with a 66% approval rating. Excuse me. The movie was filmed primarily in the Miller School of Albemarle in Charlottesville, North Carolina.
All right.
It stars Sean Astin, Will Wheaton, Keith Coogan, as we know from Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead. Yeah, Dishes Are Done. Andrew Divoff, Louis Gossett Jr., Denholm Elliott, Arlie Ermey, and Mason Adams. And we know Mason Adams from Son-in-Law as the grandfather.
Right.
He also did the Smuckers commercials.
Yeah.
Smuckers. I think he also did Campbell's Soup.
Yeah, I think he did too.
Yeah. I only have a couple of fun facts on this film. One of which is Major Payne. Remember the movie Major Payne? I'm sure you do. Was also filmed at the Miller School of Albemarle.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
And the only other fact I have is that Corey Feldman auditioned for Sean Phelan's role of Yogurt.
Okay.
But clearly didn't get it because Sean Phelan got it.
Right.
But that's all I have for Toy Shoulders.
Shoulders.
Shush! Toy Shoulders. That's, the new...
It's a new... Not Head and... It's Head and Shoulders for kids.
Yeah.
It's Toy Shoulders.
That's stupid. All right, what do you got, Sea-Dog?
My next film is Lighted Up.
Those of you that have textbooks, please take them out.
We could burn some books. There aren't enough to keep us warm.
Follow me. Taking them off campus? There was no place to go on campus.
Call your union rep, you're suspended.
What? We're supposed to study in a room that's freezing, and now you want to fire one of the few decent teachers still willing to work here?
You're both suspended.
What?
When you've never had a voice.
Jackson, come on, get these kids out of here.
What are you doing, man?
Let me explain. I don't want no explanation.
All she wants is our teacher back.
When you've never been given a chance.
Ziggy.
Put that gun down now. He shot me in my leg.
It was an accident.
Let him go! Let him go!
This is Audrey McDonald with the New York City Police Department.
Until you step into the light.
Everybody's listening. What do you have to say? CNN.com.
This all began because of the conditions of our school. We are not gang members as we've been portrayed.
2, students must have a textbook for every subject. 3, fix the window. 4, Repair all leaks.
5. Establish a career day.
Stephanie Williams, National Dean's
A
List.
bad hair day. First 10 minutes, you made up in your mind who we were.
Okay.
So yeah, so this is a really inspiring film. I like this film a lot. Have you ever seen it?
I have not.
No, it's a really good film.
I think this is the only one on the list I have not seen.
It's based on true events. These students basically just got fed up about being mistreated and not having the school was in poor conditions.
Mhm.
They didn't have the right textbooks. It was freezing. The heat didn't work and everything. And they just got fed up with being mistreated and protested and took over the school.
Okay.
And so that the way they could be heard. And it kind of went south because one of the cops, Forrest Whitaker, accidentally got shot. So it got hostile.
Okay.
And everything, but really good movie.
I need to go check that one out. Sounds interesting.
Yeah, definitely do. I recommend it. It stars Usher, Forrest Whitaker, Rosario Dawson. We talked to her about her before.
Yeah.
Vanessa Williams and Sarah Gilbert.
Okay.
Is in it. And
Sarah Gilbert from
Roseanne. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
And yeah.
Yeah.
The other show.
The other show.
Yeah.
The Connors.
Yeah. No, I was thinking.
And The Talk. Was it The Talk? The View.
Oh, was she on The View?
Yeah, one of those talk shows. She's got, yeah. Anyway, Sarah
I was
Gilbert.
thinking Scrubs.
Oh, okay. No, she wasn't in Scrubs.
No, she's, okay, I'm thinking of the other. Okay.
Yeah. So, anyways, Sarah Gilbert.
Yes.
It was released November 10th, 1999. And it was directed by Craig Bulletin.
Wait, we weren't in high school then.
I know.
Okay, you're going off track here, man.
I wasn't in high school.
I wasn't either.
Oh, yeah, a little bit after. It's okay. It's a high school movie.
How dare you? I know.
I know. We were on a roll, and then I fucked it up. So my bad.
I wish you could just shut your big yapper.
So,
fine, fuck you.
It was directed and distributed. It was distributed and produced by 20th Century Studios. I almost said Shadows.
Not Paramount?
No, not Paramount.
Okay.
The budget was $13 million. You think it flopped?
No.
It did.
Did it really?
It only made $7 million.
Okay.
Which really boggles me with the ratings. The ratings are way off the chart. And we'll get to that right now.
All right, gained popularity through rentals.
Probably.
Yeah.
IMDb gave it 6 out of 10. Rotten Tomatoes gave it 39% with a 75% audience approval.
Okay.
And Letterboxd gave it 3.1 out of 5.
Okay.
So, I gave it 8 out of 10. I love the movies.
Critics probably dogged it when it came out. Nobody went to see it.
Right.
That's my guess.
Yeah, I was working at Blockbuster, actually.
In 99?
Yep. So.
Yeah, I probably saw you, just don't remember.
Probably.
Because I went there.
You went to Blockbuster? I hope
that,
so. I hope
that
so.
specific Blockbuster.
Right.
Because I would owe money at one Blockbuster, so I'd go to another one.
Yeah, that was the trick.
Yeah.
Right?
Because we had like 5 in town.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry, I keep interrupting you like a big jackass.
You're good.
Shush!
Some fun facts, or a fun fact. I only have one fun fact for this whole movie.
A lameoid.
Yeah. This was the second time in a movie that Forrest Whitaker asked another man to help him urinate.
What the fuck?
The other one was The Crying Game in '92.
Oh, of course it was The Crying Game.
But yeah, that's literally the only fact I have.
But did he know it was a man when he asked in The Crying Game?
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the only fun fact, that he had to have help urinate.
Okay.
So.
All right.
What you got?
The next movie I have is The Substitute.
I'm in charge of this class. I'm the warrior chief. I'm the merciless god of anything that stirs in my universe. You fuck with me, and you will suffer my wrath.
Okay. Thank
Yeah.
you, Tom Berenger.
Right? I absolutely love this movie.
It's a good movie.
Yeah.
It was released April 19th, 1996. So, Shell's mercenary team is retired after a not-so-covert mission in... Let me do that again. No. In a not-so-covert mission in Cuba. He becomes a substitute T-shirt...
T-shirt?
He becomes a substitute T-shirt at his T-shirt fiance's... Okay, this is fucking stupid. He becomes a substitute teacher at his teacher fiance's Miami high school to get those behind kneecapping her. Oh, okay, so, yeah. His team helps him.
Are you better now?
I just had to get through the last line.
Quit playing with your dinghy.
This film was released by Dynamo.
Dynamo?
Yes, Dynamo. The character from Running Man. No, not really. It was directed by Robert Mandel, who was known for doing School Ties and the movie FX.
Yeah.
Remember FX?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It was written by Roy Frumkes, Rocco Simonelli, and Alan Ormsby. Alan Ormsby is known for writing My Bodyguard, Popcorn, which is a 90s horror film, Porky's 2, and the 70s horror film Children Shouldn't Play with Dead Things.
Okay.
He was a co-screenwriter for that one, along with Bob Clark.
I've actually heard of that movie.
Children Shouldn't Play with Dead Things?
Yeah, I've never seen it, but I've heard of it.
It's really cheesy.
Yeah.
It's actually Bob Clark's first film. If you remember Bob Clark, he did Porky's, he did Black Christmas, and he also did A Christmas Story.
Right.
He started out doing horror. But Alan Ormsby assisted with his directorial debut. I have no budget for this movie, but it did gross $14.8 million. IMDb gave it a 6 out of 10. Jesus. Letterboxd gave it a 2.8 out of 5, and Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 42% with a 41% approval rating. And it was filmed in Fort Lauderdale and in Miami, Florida.
Okay.
Yep.
I gave it 9 out of 10.
I give it 6 out of 10. I think I need to watch it again.
Yeah.
I own it, but I need to watch it again. It was not a bad movie at all.
I watched it several times as a kid, and I don't see it anymore on TV or anything, but yeah, I've seen it enough to where I can pretty much remember everything.
Yeah, it's not something you see every day. They don't play it a lot.
Right.
The movie stars Tom Berenger, Ernie Hudson in a role that he's not so likable as he usually is.
Yeah.
William Forsythe, Raymond Cruz, Luis Guzman, and Diane Venora. I have one fun fact.
Lame.
One.
Slacker.
Slacker. The movie was filmed in the summer months, and those enrolled during summer school were extras, and they were paid in Papa John's pizza.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So you got a movie that was paid in pizza, and I got one that was paid in beer. So
nice. So how fun that fact was is up to you.
Right.
That's all I have.
Okay.
Because I said I only had one.
Yeah, that's
Come on,
all.
get with it, man.
That's all we needed.
Papa John's, folks.
All right. Well,
pizza and beer.
I've got one that's really good. And I don't think you've seen this one yet. You need to, though. It's called Dead Man on Campus.
I have seen that.
You have seen it?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah, Dead Man on Campus.
I got some beers. Let's drink them, huh?
That's a crazy guy.
Is that the dude from Scary Movie?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. I forgot his name.
I've seen that movie once. I own it, but it's been a long time since I've seen it.
Yeah. I mean, I rank this movie up there with, like, How High and...
That movie's dumb.
Yeah.
It's dumb.
It's not dumb.
Yeah, it's real dumb.
No, it's not.
It's pretty dumb.
Okay. Anyways, so Dead Man on Campus is about two college roommates. They go out and party a lot. I mean, go figure. They're in college, right?
This is a late 90s movie?
Yes.
Okay.
And resulting in bad grades. And then they learn that there's a clause that says if a roommate dies, you get an A.
Okay, yeah.
So they decide to find someone to move them in that's on the verge of, whacking themselves.
Yeah.
There's a lot of whacking going on. And, it's just a hilarious film. It stars Mark Paul Gosselaar, old Zach Morris himself from Saved by the Bell.
Yeah.
And Tom Everett Scott.
Okay.
And he was wasn't he in American Werewolf in Paris?
That's a good question. I haven't
think
seen
so.
Paris in years.
Yeah, I think he was. And then Poppy Montgomery and
good old Poppy.
Yeah, and Allison Hannigan.
Okay, yeah, sure.
So one time at band camp.
Mm-hmm. And How I Met Your Mother.
Right. It was released August 21st, 1998.
Okay.
And it was directed by Alan Cohn. And he didn't really do a lot. I mean, he did a few known movies, but they're all like high school.
Nothing that stands out.
Nothing that stands out, no.
Okay.
And it was distributed and produced by Paramount.
It was Paramount.
Paramount
Okay, here we
Pictures.
Right.
Had a budget of $14 million. And do you think it flopped?
Yes.
No.
Really?
Made $15 million.
Oh. Go you.
Made a $1 million profit. Woo!
Go buy some Papa John's.
Right.
Woot.
It had IMDb gave it 6 out of 10. Rotten Tomatoes gave it 15% with a 55% audience approval.
Okay.
And Letterboxd gave it 2.7 out of 5.
Yeah.
I gave it 9 out of 10. I love this movie.
I give it 5.
5, yeah.
It's been so long, and I don't think it did much for me when I watched it.
Right. I was a big fan of Saved by the Bell, so
I see. I forgot he was in it.
Yeah, seeing him in this and everything is just, it's hilarious. Some fun facts. I do have some. And this was the first film released by MTV Films to be rated R by the MPAA.
Oh, okay.
In this film, the rule that, a college student can get straight A's if their roommate dies, it's just an urban legend.
Yeah.
It's not true.
Sure.
And everything. They may give you bereavement time, such, but no, you still need to do your work and graduate on your own. So that's all the fun facts I have.
Okay.
So there you go. Dead Man on Campus.
All right. Well, the next movie I'd like to talk about is Lean on Me.
They said this school was dead, like the cemetery it's built on. But we call our East Side teams ghosts, don't we? And what are ghosts? Ghosts are spirits that rise from the dead. I want you to be my ghosts. You are going to lead our resurrection by defying the expectation that all of us are doomed to failure. My motto is simple. If you do not succeed in life, I don't want you to blame your parents. I don't want you to blame the white man. I want you to blame yourselves. The responsibility is yours.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a good movie.
Really good movie, yeah. Morgan Freeman, I mean, he's kind of a dick, but he's just strict. And, I mean, he's a nice guy, but he's a strict nice guy.
Yeah. As was the real Joe Clark.
Right.
Well, let's see. This movie was released March 3rd, 1989. And it is the dedicated but tyrannical Joe Clark is appointed the principal of a decaying inner city school. He is determined to improve by any means and all means necessary.
I love how everything, described basically a ghetto school is inner city.
Yeah.
There can be bad schools in the country or
No, not
rural.
Like, yeah, not.
But yeah, not likely, but still. Everything's all inner city.
Yeah.
It's like, all right.
Yeah, I don't see a lot of rural, So this movie was released by Warner Brothers and was directed by John G. Avildsen. You know that name?
No.
John Avildsen?
No.
He directed Rocky.
Okay.
And Rocky 5. And Neighbors with John Belushi.
Right.
John Belushi. He also directed all 3 of the Karate Kid films. And he also directed 8 Seconds.
I'm surprised I didn't recognize his name.
Right.
I mean, all those movies.
Right.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I didn't know him at all until this.
Right.
It's like, wow, he's done all those movies. I had no idea who directed Rocky. John Avildsen.
All right.
The movie was written by Michael Schiffer, who wrote also Crimson Tide, Colors, and The Peacemaker.
Okay.
It was made on a budget of $10 million. Do you think Lean on Me flopped?
No.
It did not, but it only made $31.9 million. IMDb gave this a rating of 7.4 out of 10. Letterboxd gave it a 3.5 out of 5. And Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 68% with an 85% approval rating. And it was filmed in Franklin Lakes and Patterson, New Jersey.
Okay.
Which I believe was where the actual Joe Clark taught.
Yeah.
The movie stars Morgan Freeman, Beverly Todd, Alan North, and Lynn Thigpen.
All right.
What would you rate this movie?
I gave it 7 out of 10.
Okay.
It was very drawn out. Still a good movie. So I mean, better than average.
I give it 9 out of 10. Felt like it was a very impactful film.
Yeah.
It had a lot of substance, I thought. And it was very well acted. And I think it was very memorable. Let's see, little fun facts I got. A little bit of fun facts for you. Real life students and teachers from Eastside High were included in this film.
Okay.
Yep.
I wonder if they had any anxiety issues from it.
I don't know. Maybe. Okay, so the real Joe Clark died December 29th, 2020. So he's been gone not for very long.
Right.
And those that were originally considered for the role of Joe Clark, ready for this one?
Mm-hmm.
Sidney Poitier.
No.
Bill Cosby.
Oh, God.
Eddie Murphy.
No.
And Danny Glover.
I can see Danny Glover doing it.
Yeah, perhaps. But
yeah,
Morgan Freeman. Morgan Freeman.
No. Could you imagine Bill Cosby? You cannot have chocolate cake for breakfast.
Yeah.
Oh.
And the final thing I have is that Joe Clark, the original Joe Clark, was paid $15,000 to use his story, as well as a percentage of the film's gross.
Okay.
So.
Nice.
That is what I have on Lean On Me.
All right. Well.
And there's so many, I think I mentioned this already, there's so
there's so many
movies that we could have done. Like,
I mean, we could do some honorable mentions.
187.
Yeah, 187.
That's another
like
good
you said,
one.
Freedom Riders.
Yeah. The Principal.
Yeah, The Principal is a good one. I mean, shoot, there's all kinds.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we could have included, Billy Madison in it if we really wanted to, but yeah, there was just all kinds of good ones.
Yep.
But these are chosen ones.
Yep. You are the chosen ones.
Take it as it is. So,
what you got, Sea-Dog?
My last film is I've been waiting to talk about this film forever, and it's one of your least favorite characters, or actors, but it's Van Wilder.
I cannot go home a virgin. I came here to study the great American art of muff diving, to smack clam, munch rug, dine at just one American pink taco stand. I want to do, park the porpoise. I want to take it through the car wash, baby, and get it waxed. I want to wax it, wax it, and air dry. Air dry that shit. Yeah, air dry. I would like to be your assistant very much, Mr. Van Wilder.
No, I do like Ryan Reynolds.
You do like Ryan Reynolds? I thought you said you couldn't stand him.
No, you have me mixed up with the other Duke.
Oh,
yeah,
my bad.
Yeah,
okay,
it happens a lot.
Yeah, so one of your favorite characters?
Yeah, I do like him.
Okay,
I think he's funny and talented.
All right, cool. Yeah, I must have been thinking of somebody else.
Yeah,
somebody said that they weren't a Ryan Reynolds fan. I'm like, why?
Twas me.
Yeah, because I even liked Green Lantern.
That
was his worst movie.
Yeah.
It wasn't. I mean, it was a low rating. But anyways.
Yeah.
So Van Wilder, ladies and gentlemen, it's about a popular kid on campus meets a beautiful journalist who makes him realize that maybe he's afraid to graduate. So that is the synopsis on this one.
Okay.
It stars Ryan Reynolds, Tara Reid, Cal Penn, which we just heard, and Daniel Cosgrove.
Okay.
It has Tim Matheson. Yes, Tim Matheson in it, and he did another college movie, because he was in Animal House.
He was in Animal House.
So, I just thought I'd mention that one.
Yep.
But it was released.
And he was also in a TV show with Sam Kinison when Sam Kinison passed away.
Oh, really?
In a car wreck. Yeah, It was a very short-lived TV. I think they were on their first season.
Wow. That's crazy.
He played, Sam Kinison was Tim Matheson's Conscience.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you remember that at all?
Vaguely. Yeah. All right. It was released March 29th, 2002, and it was directed by Walt Becker.
Okay.
So, that name ring a bell?
Should it?
I don't know. I was asking you. I don't have anything on him.
Oh.
So, it was distributed and produced by Lionsgate and Artisan Entertainment. Had a budget of $5 million. You think it flopped?
No.
No, it didn't. It made $38 million.
Yeah.
So, IMDb gave it 6.4 out of 10. Rotten Tomatoes gave it 18% with a 73% audience approval.
Mm-hmm.
So critics didn't like it on that one.
When did you say this came out? 02?
02, yeah. Yeah, it'll be 20 years.
Yeah, it has been.
Or 20. Yeah, it has been 20 years.
21 years.
That's another thing I was going to mention before with Dead Men on Campus. It's turning 25.
Yep.
Coming up on tomorrow.
Yep.
It'll be 25 years old. So we'll have to look it up and watch it.
Okay.
All right, let's get back to Van Wilder. So, Letterboxd gave it 2.7 out of 5. I gave it 10 out of 10.
7 out of 10.
7 out of 10. I couldn't stop laughing, and when I first saw it, and I mean, I still laugh now, but not as much as I did before. But because I've watched it so many damn times.
It is a classic. It's a classic comedy.
Yeah.
It's movies that they don't make anymore.
Right. Or they couldn't make it anymore.
Yeah. I mean, they could. If they had the balls to do it.
Right. Balls. Some fun facts about the movie. I actually got a few of them for this one. Go figure. Well, yeah, 3, 4. Jesus. Many of the story elements in Van Wilder came from a Rolling Stones article called The Undergraduate about the college career of comedian Bert Kreischer.
Okay.
Which was optioned by director and producer Oliver Stone. The director, Oliver Stone.
Yeah.
Which the first episode of this season, I screwed up and said Oliver Stone was in Three Musketeers, and it was actually Oliver Platt.
Yeah,
so
big difference.
I'm sure people were screaming at me. But anyways.
Bert Kreischer?
Yeah, Bert Kreischer. The film is based on his real life experiences and everything. So it's basically a Bert Kreischer movie, which was probably a lot better than The Machine.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Ryan Reynolds only saw a rough cut of the film before it came out. He hasn't seen the film since. So,
is he embarrassed by it?
I don't know. I'm sure he is, but it wasn't his worst film.
No, not at all.
I don't know what. Maybe because he's older now, he's like,
I'm not going to watch this. I'm not going to watch Waiting. And
right.
It's not going to happen.
I moved on. I'm a Marvel comic now.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
The girl snorting the Jello shot in a reference to. There is a reference to one of your favorite movies.
Yeah, Better Off Dead.
Better Off Dead, yep. Where Curtis Armstrong, the security guard, does the same thing.
Oh, right. He was in that movie.
Yep.
Okay.
So, and that's all I got.
Okay.
So.
Cool.
Yeah. Van Wilder, everybody. What you got?
Applause.
Yeah.
Applause.
Oh.
Okay, my next movie is Dead Poets Society.
All right.
A yelp is a loud cry or yell. Now, Todd, I would like you to give us a demonstration of a barbaric yelp. Come on, you can't yelp sitting down. Let's go. Come on, up. Gotta get in yelping stance.
A yelp.
No, not just a yelp. A barbaric yelp.
Yelp.
Come on, louder.
Yelp.
Oh, that's a mouse. Come on, louder.
Yelp.
Oh, good God, boy, yell like that.
There it is.
You see, you're a barbarian in you after all. Now, you don't get away that easy. Picture of Uncle Walt up there. What does he remind you of? Don't think. Answer. Go on.
A madman.
What kind of madman? Well, think about it. Just answer again.
A crazy madman.
Oh, you can do better than that. Free up your mind. Use your imagination. Say the first thing that pops into your head, even if it's total gibberish. Go on.
A sweaty-toothed madman.
Good God, boy. There's a poet in you after all. There. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. Close them. Now, describe what you see.
I close my eyes.
Yes?
And his image floats beside me.
The sweaty-toothed madman.
The sweaty-toothed madman with a stare that pounds my brain.
Oh, that's excellent. Now, give him action. Make him do something.
His hands reach out and choke me.
Wonderful, wonderful.
And all the time he's mumbling.
What's he mumbling?
Mumbling truth.
Okay.
Truth like a blanket that always leaves your feet cold.
Forget them. Stay with the blanket. Tell me about that blanket.
You push it, stretch it, it'll never be enough. You kick at it, beat it, it'll never cover any of us. From the moment we enter crying to the moment we leave dying, it'll just cover your face as you wail and cry and scream.
Thank you, Ethan Hawke.
Right.
For that beautiful poetry.
Do teeth sweat? Sweaty Tooth Madman.
I do now. Walt Whitman's does. All right, so Dead Poet Society was released June 9th, 1989, and it includes maverick teacher John Keating, who uses poetry to embolden his boarding school students to new heights of self-expression. Very dramatic film. Has moments of humor.
Yeah.
But not so much in this one as in many other Robin Williams films. It was released under Touchstone Pictures and was directed by Peter Weir, who also did Witness, Truman Show, and Master and Commander.
Okay.
It was written by Tom Schulman. Know that name at all?
Schulman?
Schulman.
It sounds familiar.
He wrote Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Okay.
What About Bob? And 8 Heads in a Duffel Bag.
Yes.
This movie was made on a budget of $16.4 million. Do you think it flopped?
No.
No. Dead Poet Society definitely did not flop. It was probably the highest grossing movie of all the movies we've talked about today.
Right.
At $235.8 million.
Nice.
Yeah. IMDb gave it an 8.1 out of 10. Letterboxd gave it a 4.2 out of 5. And Rotten Tomatoes gave it an 84% with a 92% audience approval rating. Very highly rated.
Yeah.
The movie was filmed in Middletown and Newcastle, Delaware. And it stars Robin Williams, Ethan Hawke, Robert Sean Leonard, and Kurtwood Smith. I forgot he was in this. It's been a while since I've seen this movie.
Yeah, I used to watch it all the time as a teenager.
What would you rate it?
I'd rate it 9 out of 10.
Okay.
Yeah, close to 10.
Yeah.
It's close to
like
perfect.
a 9.5.
Yeah, it's one of Robin Williams' greatest films.
Sure.
So.
Yeah. I give it an 8 out of 10. I just need to rewatch it. It's been over 5 years. So, all right, let me see some of these fun facts that I have. Robin Williams considered this one of his favorites. And Peter Weir as his favorite director he's worked with.
Okay.
Let's see. All the young leads were boarded together during filming to help them bond. Yeah.
Wow.
Yep. Okay, so this is fun. Liam Neeson was the original actor considered for the part of John Keating.
Really?
Yeah.
I have a specific set of skills. Skills that I've acquired for a long period of teaching. If you do not do your homework, I will find you.
Yeah. It is said that Williams was in a somber mood during filming because he was going through a divorce. So there was no joking around or playing during or in between scenes.
Gotcha. I bet that was hard for Robin Williams.
Yeah, that would suck. River Phoenix wanted the role of Neil Perry, who was played by Robert Sean Leonard, but did not get it. Dustin Hoffman was also originally considered for the role of John Keating.
I could see Hoffman doing it. Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't see him doing it as well as Robin Williams.
No, Robin Williams brought it to life.
Yeah. Apparently, during filming, the director would call him Robin Keating because he wanted that percentage of Robin in that character.
Okay.
So, finally, no, I have two more things. First, this was the first Academy Award nomination for Touchstone Pictures. And finally, this was the 10th highest grossing film in the U.S. for 1989.
Nice.
And that is all I have for Dead Poet Society.
All right.
You got anything else to add?
Yeah, I got one more thing. Since this is back to school episode, In the words of Van Wilder,
Remember my credo, Jimmy! Don't be a fool! Stay in school!
Stay tuned for our next episode.
Yep, we'll see you all later.
Bye.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Delicious things to eat.
The popcorn can't be beat. The sparkling drinks are just dandy. The chocolate bars and the candy. So let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.